Hello everyone, and welcome back to the 21st episode of this UK Transport Fever 2 series, and welcome back to Scotland, where in today's episode we're going to connect Scotland to Scotland, rather than just connecting Scotland to England. So, first things first, going straight onto it, we are going to get a station in Falkirk, which might be fun. So 160 catenary, yeah, that should do. And that station does actually fit in. Let's see. Road, it's got high-speed tracks, great. Then we can connect up to Edinburgh. So there is going to be a line that goes straight up through Fife. So, I mean, that's not going to be able to get from there. So, we're going to have 4 platforms that go straight into Fife and 4 that go towards Falkirk, I think. So we're going to come out as like this sort of bridge. And then we're going to have the Fife bridge, the 4th bridge, whatever. Not the Fife bridge, the 4th, it is the 4th bridge. Just like that. That looks a bit more like it. Get it a bit further. And that's just going to be the normal bridge. There we go. So that's going to be that bit. We're gonna keep it on play mode because we are making money, but this is costing money. So crossovers, crossover, and a crossover on this side as well. Before the 2 lines kind of merged, they sort themselves out, then they merged, then they're already on the right side. Good. The 4th bridge. Anyway, so the other side might actually try to keep this one to ground level. Do we want to go that far down? How high up is the station? That's fine. So, nice and smooth coming out this side compared to the tight turns on the other side. However, this crossover does not want to work. Got it. Right. And this one. There we go. It's good. To get through to Falkirk. And then, this is now going to be the interesting part. So, we've got Glasgow Queen Street, we're going to have 5 platforms, because this one's not that major, 6 platforms actually, but they're gonna, yeah, 160 is good. Standard tracks, but yeah, 160 because they don't necessarily have to be that long track. Jeez. That hill. So we're gonna let 2 of them, I think, and round to Falkirk. So those are going to be bending around to Falkirk then. In the tunnel here, there's going to be another curved track. Now in Scotland, I think I would often like the railway lines to be kind of at ground level, so kind of you get the impression that they're kind of more kind of like slow winding lines. Anyway, Perth. Is this on a hill? Absolutely. So, Perth's going to be a stopping point for trains from Glasgow to Dundee, but also trains from Glasgow to Inverness and Edinburgh to Inverness. So I think 4 platforms. We're going to go, there we go, central. So, first of all, we're going to have, I don't really, we could have these platforms, too much, oh my gosh. Cannot connect. Just too much slope. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this any lower. We could try. To just... Wow. Actually, I know what we can do. We can just increase the length. So if we kind of start by definitely going down. Kind of heading to here. We can do kind of like what I would like to call scenic lines. Kind of wrap around itself. And then we can kind of bend in. Oh, don't tell me that's still too much slope. Can that go into up there? No, it honestly can't. This might be a lost cause. To be honest, the other thing is I might move Perth. There we go. I'm not sure why it deletes the trees with it, but if we move Perth down a bit, because in real life Perth isn't quite that far north, is it? So it's a tiny town. I don't really care what the industrial, commercial, whatever stuff is, because why is it that big? Because I was never delivering anything to it anyway. Let's trim the town a bit. There we go. That's actually not really where I'd like the town, but if I put the station here, it does at least probably connect up, yeah. So that can go round into there. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. So, at the moment, that can go into there. Then this is kind of a connection round to here. And then we're going to kind of bring it round to here, where there's going to be the junction off for Dundee, and then there's also going to be the kind of wiggly route round to Inverness. So, a lot in tunnels at the moment. This bit doesn't even have a crossover, does it? Got it, right. That's the crossover there. Yeah, these bits aren't going to have many signals, are they? And then there are going to be more between Falkirk and Edinburgh. There we go. So that's round 2. Oh, I forgot to rename this place. Perth. It's also not there. Hang on, let me actually just... That's completely... That's Stirling at this point. Okay, let's call this Stirling. I need to look at a map to work out where Perth is in real life. Because... Just thinking this doesn't look right. Yes, so Perth is like directly north of Edinburgh. So Perth is like here. Yeah, that makes sense, because I was going to bring the railway line up to here. So I'm going to delete the industrial plan, because I don't really feel like we need it. And this is Perth. And this is also going to be way too big as well. I can feel it. Thetford. Yeah. Kind of feel like doing this actually. There we go. So it's going to kind of... The railway line's going to come up to Perth. This sort of station again. Still called Thetford. There we go, right. Rename this one to Perth. And get it connected up from Stirling. Oh. I don't really want to do this, but it looks like we're doing more tunnels. So I'm going to connect the outer to the outer, but then in both, I'm just going to kind of merge it all into one double track line. It's not going to be busy enough to require quad track. So this is fine. This is quite a tight turn, but oh well. So maybe after this we might actually be able to bring some stuff above ground. Right, so Perth. So we now got Perth. I think we're gonna go. So let's go up to Dundee for now. First phase up to Dundee. Let's go for a 160, 4 platforms, era B, and this is also going to be the end of electrified lines. So what I'm actually going to do now is actually, yeah, let's just do this. So if we just go back in platforms, actually I don't really like this layout. I would prefer double island platform. So if we go for 3 platforms here, and then I'll modify it. But also, I would prefer the outer ones, which are going to be the 3 ones, weren't electrified, because, you know, we're not going to be electrified beyond here. And what I'm then going to do is I'm going to do that, and then cut off. I'm going to cut the roofs off there, and actually no, will I? Do I want the roofs there? I'm definitely going to... I don't know, actually. Misc. Let's put the roofs back on. There we go. So there we go. And then we need a passenger building. We can't do it there actually, so we're going to need another platform. The underpasses are there, so we'll get... let's just do that. Right, passenger buildings. This is never going to connect to anything else because it's too low, the station, so we're going to need to have a road that kind of comes up like that, and that connects to some of Dundee. Right. So 10. Okay, so we need a junction here. So I think actually I'm going to put a 5th platform at Perth, which is called Thetford. Let's just check Stirling. It's called, yeah, it's called Thornaby. So we're going to actually get a 5th platform at Perth for a train line from Edinburgh. Or do we just use one of the already existing ones? They aren't going to be that busy, let's face it. Anyway, so this is just going to run straight into Dundee. Like, yeah, let's do that sort of bridge. Just needs to come out perfectly straight and then join onto the bridge. And then this is just a straight line. There we go. Now, first of all, this is going to have to connect up to there, because this is a terminating platform. But then this is also going to have the option of connecting down to here in order to connect up to the Tay Bridge. Which isn't going to be much of a bridge, let's face it. So, there we go. We just extend until there, and then kind of branch off. Yeah. Yeah, right, another industry gone. We deleted 2 steel mills, so, because I feel bad for them. Where is it? There's somewhere. That one. We're going to put a new steel mill in here. Where it's that far away. There we go, that works. There we go. That works, right. So, that is then, wrong bit. That is then going to connect up to there. Then that, there we go, comes up to there. There we go. Then that can come into there. So that's gotta connect up to here, so it can run both ways at the terminating platform. Why is everything not working? That works. So, and there's this one that's going to allow them to go onto the Tay Bridge, or whatever the connection is, from down to Edinburgh from the through line, and then that's going to allow them to go on the through line from there. So, that's nothing connecting St Andrews. That'll be a bus from Dundee, which would work if the roads were connected. And the roads would connect if there wasn't a massive hill here. So, that's a bit better. That'll do, right. So we've made it up to Dundee. Let's get this all properly set up now. Because, then we can get everything running, and then next episode will be the Highlands. So, there we go. And then for now, there's going to be a connection there, just so they can terminate on the top platform, so that I can get a service running from Edinburgh to Perth around that way. And it's going to be a Glasgow to Dundee and a Glasgow to Edinburgh, I think. So, we're can have one that goes Edinburgh, Dundee. There we go. That works. So that runs out of that platform, that's fine. That's going to be another line. I mean, I feel bad about that line just being a shuttle, but there's going to be another line that goes up to Aberdeen, which is also kind of just going to be 2 stops because there's nothing here. If I just look at a map, I'm sure we can get stuff up here. So that sawmill there. If we get rid of that sawmill and put a town down, this is Montrose. There we go. Better. I'll just cut it back a bit. There we go. That's Montrose. And I also feel a bit bad about there being nothing up here between Perth and Inverness. Let's just look at the contour lines here. So, yeah, there is kind of a valley here and a valley there. That might be work for a town. Aviemore, maybe? That's going to be Boreham Wood. Aviemore. I just want a bit more to kind of connect to up here. Now I'd love there to be something here actually between Edinburgh and Dundee. What's here between Edinburgh and Dundee? That would be Glenrothes. Yeah, Glenrothes or Dunfermline. Okay, if I just put it straight on top of the train line. Well, actually no, what you do is you build roads. You build a station, you build the roads. And then the town will just grow on the roads you put down. So, I'll do. So then, let's have straight road across the front of the station. Kind of do some sort of triangle shape. Then this is going to be a junction for level crossing. We're going to put another entrance. This is Dunfermline. Dunfermline. Going to put at Dunfermline another passenger building. Just put a side kind of stairs. So this station is going to entirely like connect all the surrounding roads. There we go. There we go. There we go. A level crossing on this side as well. Got it. Boom. Right, town. Burford. I'm going to cut back where I didn't build the roads. I don't want it to be that big, guys. Oh my gosh. Actually, I'm okay with that road being there, but try not to like build stuff. And then this is where we can get buses to St Andrews from as well. So, Burford, Dunfermline. Right. Let's get back to it. So we've had that line 1, which is going to stop at Dunfermline, both directions. So that is our Edinburgh to Dundee passenger. That's good. But we'll need a train depot somewhere. We'll then get an Edinburgh to Glasgow passenger. And then we're going to get Falkirk, Stirling, Perth. A route like that, which is eventually going to go to Inverness, probably. So that's our Edinburgh to Perth passenger. Edinburgh to Perth passenger. Then we're going to get a Glasgow, Stirling, Perth, Dundee. Perth, Stirling. There we go. Glasgow to Perth, Glasgow to Dundee passenger. And then there'll be a line from Glasgow to Aberdeen as well, which won't stop at Stirling, I don't think. Just to kind of make it a bit different to the Glasgow to Dundee route. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 lines to buy trains for. So if we put a depot, okay, if we put a depot here, that's 2 ways, like this. Put it alongside the train line so it can connect in. That's too much curvature. Just not going to use that side then. That's too much curvature. Should just do that. That's actually a better setup, rather than trying to cram it in small space. There we go. That's not going to work quite so well. We need it to kind of come like this, and then kind of also connect. Or we could do a slip switch actually here, but then that just allows it to connect onto the Edinburgh bound stuff. So from here we'll get an Edinburgh to Dundee, which will be probably quite a small electric. Let's get one of these. Haven't had one of these yet. So that's Edinburgh to Dundee. Good. Also, we can get a Glasgow to Dundee, which will probably be a longer train. From this end, we can get an Edinburgh to Perth, which, because it's eventually going to go to Inverness, which on the diesel line we're going to do diesel, and we're going to do somewhere we have got a HST. That one. High speed train, HST. ScotRail 1. Just going to be Edinburgh to Perth. And then back to electric. We're going to get, I'm sure, somewhere on all these liveries of the 350 we've got ScotRail, there we go. Which looks like a 385. Which is good for our Edinburgh to Glasgow. There we go. I shall let the game run to see how these trains do. Right, and here's a train with 0 passengers, but don't worry, there are quite a few waiting to go to Edinburgh. And gosh, it'll pick up 9 passengers here. I set up the bus route in St Andrews and no one is using it. I mean, because I didn't put any buses on it. Silly me. There's always a reason for things, and sometimes the reason is a bit obvious. Let's put 3 buses on there. That's all good. Now, for the rest of this episode, I was looking around to see if there were any quick industries we could get set up in this kind of southern area of Scotland, and I think the easiest is going to be to do with food. So there are a few different kind of things we could do. We could send these fish over to the meat processing plant, and meat to go to this food processing plant, but that's a bit, we could do that, send it around kind of like a boat run to where possibly, but the other food plant I found is here. I could get in wheat from here. Now this is only going to produce 600 wheat at most once it's leveled up. Now this will want 200 wheat to produce 100 food, therefore this can only get up to level 3 on that one farm, which isn't great given that there aren't many others around as far as I'm aware. What's the capacity of all of this? Well, actually, because this could go to here, so which could also go to, which could go to there as well as the fish, so I think we've got something coming on here. So if we get a cargo port in air, let's get 2 large terminals. Hopefully we can connect this to the back of the town where the buildings want food. So in order to do that we might want a road connection. There we go, that's not great. That works. Yeah. I mean, we'll have trucks going around the place anyway. So, I'm going to get a big truck stop here where it connects to the port. We're also then going to get a port over here. And then we'll have a road running up to the meat processing plant. Oh. This port is very low down in terms of ground level. Oh my gosh. There we go. So that's that. We can connect that up, but will the port still connect to the... No. It won't. We just go here. We connect, brilliant. So that's a nice boat route. So, in order to get this is going to need a good road connection. So, if we go into curved road, trying not to, I prefer not to make many bridges, personally. And then, it's going to kind of wind around to get to this farm. There we go. That's good. Because then they can get to the farm and the fishery. If we just connect that, then that road can bend round, but and then down here there can be a connection down to that will do the trick, so that there'll be a faster route for the fish. So that can kind of come down here, that connects over there, and that's all good. So we need some more truck stations, 1 platform each at the grain plant and the fish plant, which is nowhere but near the sea, but who cares, maybe they've got a nice little lake or something going on there. I'm going to get 2. Actually, I'm only going to get 1 here. one platform here. Now the reason for that is get as close to here as possible. That produces one livestock from one grain. So if this has got a full load coming from the farm to here, that will then get a full load down to where, and then it's kind of still empty a bit, but it's no lost money. Because you would have to have, like, this is going to be just over half the route full, whereas otherwise it would have been half the route full, but you wouldn't do that if this was 2 grain to a livestock, because then you'd just be wasting money, because it would only be half full. So, that'll do. And then we still got from the meat plant down to still got to go down to the food processing plant, actually, thinking about it. So, I'm going to have 3 platforms here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to centre, unless it really needs around here, I'm going to centre most of the shipping around there. So, yeah, I'm going to centre most of the shipping around air. So, where's this line 1 go? Oh, that's nothing. Right, let's start this off. So we want one there, into whatever platform it wants, and back. So that is the air grain, I'm going to call it. I'm going to get the next line, which will be from the fishery down to air. Number 4 actually. I'm going to use just these 2 for bringing product in, and that's air fish. And then there's going to be a nice little boat here, which is going to be called air meat. Air meat. And then the meat can then come out of here to go down to the food plant and dump freeze. But then on its way back, I'm going to get it to drop some food off in air as well. So there we go. So that is dump freeze air food. Or air food, it doesn't really matter, but it's all air because that's kind of the general region. And then from here we'll go to Stranraer as well, I think, for now. Go. Nice kind of gentle, not really gentle, it's going up steep slopes, but a road around Stranraer that's not like wasting loads of money by being like bridge tunnel or whatever. And then that kind of does that. So Stranraer's going to go from the food plant, so we're also going to have a route from here, which is going to be Stranraer food. There we go. And that is all set up. Do you reckon we could get boats into Dumbarton? I'm getting distracted again. I mean, it'll be tiny amounts of food. It's tiny amounts of food it wants. That's the one problem. Boats can be very big for a small amount of food. That's and also the hills, the slopes. That connects. Got it. Right. That does connect to most of the town. Yeah, that's fine. So We're then gonna get another line from airport up to. I've just had another idea. Oh, that doesn't connect anyway. I just had another idea of what if we did the Stranraer delivery by boat as well, kind of to use the same boat, kind of to make it less kind of hemorrhaging money. But anyway, that doesn't work. Let's get this. These bigger shapes. Until it stops complaining. Unless for some reason we did like notes, but they're both cargo. There we go, that works. There we go, and that's Dumbarton food. Right, so now we need vehicles and we need trucks. So, Urban E-Truck, we're going to have 4 of these for the grain. We're going to get the same amount for the fish. We want another 4 for fish. And then we want another 4 to deliver the food. Or meat or whatever. Then, in terms of shipyards, then we're going to get 2 trucks to deliver food to Stranraer, which won't be operating until we've got food, which won't operate until we've got the shipyard here, which massively digs into the land, which is going to get cargo. We want meat, livestock, fish, meat. What's the smallest boat? 88. Let's get 128 for now. 4 compartments, that's good. Air meat, and then, unfortunately, this might be a massive loss for Dumbarton food. Because, actually, Dumbarton wants 38 food. Might only be, like, slightly unprofitable. But I think I will let the game run to get the cargo working itself out. So, it's been a while. Look at all those millions in the bank. Almost half, oh, actually over $500 million. And passenger routes have been a bit slow, though they are getting crowds building up. Gosh, 115 to go on the Edinburgh to Dundee. Where's that train? There. That's going to need a length increase. Anyway, the cargo routes, on the other hand, are doing extremely well. I've now had to... that ship's full, so I've called out a second one. These trucks, I've probably got too many now. I've got them on wait for full load. Though that once everything upgrades, then they'll kind of increase their production. Anyway, I was actually thinking, there's one last thing that we haven't done yet, which would be quite cool to do. You see Stranraer here, Belfast here, boat, maybe. Or hovercraft, should I say. Woo. I mean, there are hovercrafts in real life to go to the Isle of Wight in the UK, but not between Stranraer and Belfast. But what if I want them between Stranraer and Belfast? So, I know this is quite low down, but hopefully I can get it to connect to the station, because I haven't bothered with a bus route here yet. There we go. Right. No, but it does... we can kind of get buildings, if we just go to passenger buildings. Put a building as far down as we can, like there. Oh my gosh, that's also a long way down. There we go, we might have to do like a zigzag road or something. Well, actually, to be honest, we we could do a building at the end, because this railway line's not going any further. Like that, we could do. Even better. Yep, they connect. So, Stranraer is on a hill. It's flatter down here, but that might not connect it as well to the station. I'll just bring it down to there then. Round the corner. No, it doesn't connect to the station. What if we just kind of walk this straight through here? There we go. That worked. So, we can now get a boat set up from Stranraer to Belfast. We might want to terraform a bit around here because this just looks stupid. And then we can get a boat on there as well. From here. We can get, I think, 2 hovercrafts. So, once the autosave is done, that can go on line 1, which is Belfast to Stranraer boat. As much as hovercrafts are boats. Let's see, how's the other one doing? Passenger ship is what I called it last time, but this is in need of a bit of an expansion of capacity. This one's shorter, so let's call it the passenger ship. There we go. And then there's another route across. Good old Ireland. Anyway, I think that's enough for today. Town's expanding, town's expanding. Just look down here. Yeah, you're seeing that right. Penrith has expanded into Carlisle, or Hexham's also expanded into Carlisle. This is one big kind of blur down from Newcastle to Middlesbrough, connecting with Darlington. That's almost into York, which is, yeah, crazy growth. Anyway, lots of people waiting for this line. Maybe another train? Anyway, I think that's going to be the end of this one. Next episode, expanding into the Highlands. Thanks for watching.